The next video was sent by user Psycho Car, and they tell me that they stumbled over the following clip, which was apparently captured by a group of friends from Russia. They decided to go camping in a notoriously haunted forest in their area. Not much is known about the clip, but at some point, late at night, they think to have been woken up by loud noises caused by a bear. And as they gather their things, making for a quick escape, things got even more scary. Some people speculate that they might have come across the infamous skinwalker who are said to roam these parts of the woods. Could that be so? If it wasn't just a weird prank, could it maybe have been something otherworldly? Or how do we explain this recording? Next video we want to take a look at was sent by Plant Eater 90. It was found on the profile of Follow Pete and Ash. Supposedly, they captured something rather sinister one night on one of their trail camps. A pale thing is peeking out from behind the tree. On the right side of the screen, many people commented that this probably was some form of skinwalker or even a wraith kind of creature. Whilst there are many theories, the simplest answer would be that this is just a film project by Pete and Ash. And if so, it's a really terrifying one, but pretty well done. This clip was posted to the paranormal section of Reddit by HD Gun. It was captured by the security camera of a co-worker outside their home. The uploader states that the family was experiencing paranormal activity before in this house, mostly however limited to really strange noises that could be heard inside as well as outside the house. They have seen some odd shadows as well, but were never able to capture anything on camera. Then they saw the following. They tried to explain it off by it simply being a strange reflection perhaps, but still, they feel that something is just not right with this video. Could it be that they captured a spirit in bright daylight? Or what exactly could this be? An animal? A bug perhaps? Or was it a ghost after all? This video has been sent by Franklin Andrews, and he states that it was recorded in the south of the United States. A Apparently, it features a bunch of friends who were camping one night with a nice bonfire. As they were having fun, one of them heard a strange noise in the distance and saw an inexplicable creature. That's when he started filming.
Guys, what is that?
What's what, brother?
Seriously, guys, there's something. I seriously saw something over there. Tom, did you not see it?
Look at these red eyes. Looks pretty unnatural. Not an animal, I would say.
Tom, guys,
What? Oh my God!
what is that?
Oh my!
That's it. That's it.
A brief moment after encountering it the first time, they see it again, and then it comes towards the man.
What is it, dude? What is it? I don't know. You need to...
Most men then make it over the river, except for one of their friends, and they tell him that he has to make the jump in order to get away from that thing. And to this point they still don't know what exactly is after them. What a strange encounter so far. And after a quick talk, the man decides to jump. Now, what have these men captured in the woods? As I mentioned before, I can't think of anything that has red eyes like that, and it looks pretty humanoid. People pointed out that it could be some form of a rake, but I also think that it's very likely that this is just a hoax played out by the man. Yet again, we can't really say for sure. What do you guys think? Just a mask with red eyes? Or a creature that might be unexplained to this day? Two friends were on their way home after they took a nice trip to Tokyo. They were saying that Asia must have been really impressive and that they captured many great memories on their camcorders. One of them captured some additional material while they were on their way to board the large Airbus, which was supposed to take them home again in a matter of hours. When the camcorder records the seating area within the airplane, a grim figure is getting recorded in the overhead compartment. It clearly looks like a female ghost, which is lurking out of the shadows. She is rolling her eyes around, which makes the whole recording even more unsettling. Have these men brought something with them from their journey? The following is an unsettling case that was documented by user Chloe Hart. She recently moved into a new home with her family, and as we have learned, sometimes these houses inherit some ghosts from the past. Chloe was initially doing a choreography for her profile, and then captured something strange on her staircase, and she swears that it was none of her pets. However, before we take a look at that, Chloe states that weird things are happening in this house all the time, like here for example. Strange, right? Let's take a look at her clip now. Something is coming down the stairs, but when Chloe was home alone that day, what was it? I couldn't say if it looked like an animal though. Some people think it did.
Everyone's asking me if it's a dog, so I'm going to show you my dogs. There's one, There's two. This is the stairs. This is a stairgate, the dogs can't go up there.
What do you think happened here? Was it just a family member that was home and Chloe didn't know? Or a paranormal event? This video was shared by channel NVTV and it was supposedly recorded by a lonely camper who had come across an unexplained being in the middle of a forest that is located in Oregon. At the time of the recording, he states that other people visit this area regularly and that he even caught people here at the time, shooting. He documents the campsite and comments on a really odd wood structure that was built there. Nothing too strange though, basically just a travel diary. However, things seemed to turn sour when the man woke up to unexplained noises in the middle of the night, after he initially was lying down to take a rest. Let's take a look.
I don't know where I am. Or chased me off. I'm wondering. I got darkness. Flashlight.
Many people believe that this young man came across something from another world that night. Unfortunately, the recording ends right there. Could this be an alien that was out in the woods to find him? Or are we looking at a paranormal encounter here? If it isn't just a hoax, of course. Please let me know what you guys think. You might be familiar with a user called Spooky Links, who had purchased a haunted doll off the internet. During the last couple of months, he had documented some eerie events unfolding in his house. Events that are all based around the doll. And in the past couple of days, things have gotten out of hand even more. Before we get into that, let's look at one of the creepy occurrences first. When Lynx had an audio recorder set up next to the doll, it had recorded the following unsettling voice.
Do you know that you're dead? Is there anything you want to say to anyone?
Like literally, I have so much goosebumps.
Tonight he places the doll on a shelf next to a Bible, because he wanted to see what's gonna happen, if anything. But that wasn't all. On another day, while he was playing a video of a real exorcism, he captured the doll moving.
This is weird. Creepy.
On that recording, he had placed the doll in a bath of salt to see if it would do anything overnight. Now, you tell me, is it possible that this doll is haunted? What do you think? This clip was captured by a TikTok user called I can't read it, sorry. He noticed that his dogs were behaving a bit weird all of a sudden. Although his dogs don't seem to be necessarily afraid, they clearly notice that something is standing in the left room. Let's zoom in a little bit. What can you see? It's a bit unclear to me. Sherry Balls has posted the following to the paranormal section of Reddit. I think we captured the voice of a ghost. I got goosebumps when I found it. I was equally annoyed because I felt they were mimicking my child. I get definite trickster vibes, to be honest.
Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy.
I'm gonna get her to, him to talk to her too.
Oh my god, he's got tears. Sad boy. Sad boy. Sad boy.
Apparently, no other child was around at the time of this recording, and it couldn't have been the TV either. Another user writes, clearly it wasn't the dog. The baby's lips aren't moving. It doesn't sound like your husband, and it doesn't sound like TV audio. Cherry Balls answers, we've had a handful of events that happened here though. We see shadows and shadow figures. I've seen someone peeking at me around the corners at knee height. So, do you think that they captured an actual ghost voice here?
Sad boy. Sad boy. Sad boy.
User iDrone457 has shared the following in the paranormal Reddit section. He states, okay, I'm super creeped out now. I set up a camera last night. It's a shifty wildlife one. It detected 2 movements during the night. One of them was nothing, but this one, well, just look. I remember hearing something around that time, like a bang. It's barely visible, but it seems to be appearing from the open door to the right. He states that it wasn't a pet, and that he is certain that something paranormal must have been caught on video here. The question is, do we believe him? The next was captured by channel The Oslaskans, and it appeared that a mysterious event has caused the man in the following video to actually get out his cell phone. He tells us about really odd noises he was hearing in the past couple of nights, and that he even noticed shadows in the corner of his eyes. Apparently he was situated in a pretty old building, and I assume he's at his workplace.
So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been working in the studio, and the last couple of nights I've been hearing really creepy sounds. I've been hearing footsteps and like seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Now this is a really big old building, and so that's got me a little bit freaked out. But the top of it was just a few minutes ago, I was going to the bathroom and I was standing in the stall, and I swear someone grabbed the back of my shoulder while I was standing there. If something happens, I want to have it on video.
First things first, checking that no other human soul is around. Then he tries to make it towards the toilet stalls, you know, to possibly record proof that something is still lingering there. A scary looking face is peeking at our cameraman here. The eyes are reflecting in a suspicious way, which causes some commenters to believe this might have been a ghost. What do you think? Was it a colleague of his that was pranking him that night? Or did this man capture something from another realm? Following video was uploaded by user RedDirtAngler405 to the paranormal section of Reddit. Apparently, the man has set up a security camera in his living room, since he feels that pretty suspicious events are unfolding at night. He wakes up to loud noises that seem to have no explanation. One night, the camera detected movement and started recording. A dark, hazy mist can be seen flying through the room. The origins of this shadow are unclear. Some people think that it might have just been a bug flying close to a light. Others think that this is pretty unrealistic, however. What do you think? Are we being witness to a paranormal event here? Or did Angler's camera merely pick up an insect that night? This is another cave recording, which was captured on a trip that a group of friends undertook many years ago. Local legends are speaking of strange specters and apparitions that can be seen in there, but unfortunately the group was unlucky. At least that's what they thought at first. After analyzing the footage, they noticed that there was an eerie figure. Some do claim to see a woman in a dress, possibly a spirit from another time. Does this sound plausible? Of course, the bad quality due to the age of the footage doesn't really help answering that question for us. But it does make one wonder, did nobody notice that thing at the time? Really creepy. Ryan has found the following video on Reddit and forwarded it to me. Apparently, it was recorded by a young man who noticed that this particular summer, some aggressive wasps had built a hive at a neighboring house, which was abandoned for a good year after the owner had passed away. Yet, the recording shows an eerie figure peeking over the fence. Could the person recording, by any chance, capture the apparition of the deceased neighbor? If not, who could that have been? Maybe just a regular person with a mask on, or CG. Look how eerie the eyes seem to reflect. Nightmare material for sure. Thank God this incident took place during the day, am I right? What do you think? This is an eerie investigation video, which was forwarded to me by Zodiac. The story goes that two friends were exploring a supposedly haunted building one day, which was visited by the ghost of a lady once in a while. Why, however, is not exactly known. Well, as they are walking through the ruins of this former place, the cameraman captures something on his device that shouldn't have been there, and he didn't realize it at first. Was it perhaps the spirit of the lady that was lingering and waiting for the two? Or is this just a spooky hoax? The following is an interesting clip that has been uploaded by StayRB to the paranormal section of Reddit. The user states that he grew up around his grandparents, who were the owners of a local pub. People always said that this pub was haunted, and some even stated that they saw ghosts in there themselves. Today, RB is sharing a short clip that he could get from the camera of the place. He states, "This is a small clip I have on my phone from the pub's camera. It's showing the man who used to follow me in my grandparents' pub. My grandma always said the pub was haunted, so I'm going with ghost. No one else would have been there at the time in the morning." We can see somebody peeking around the corner here. Pretty creepy, to be honest. His family does believe that this was indeed a paranormal encounter. Of course, there's no proof for this claim. Maybe it was just a creepy guy. But why would anybody do this if it wasn't a staged incident, of course? Who can say? In this video, a concerned mother is recording her daughter due to troubling statements made by the little one. According to her daughter, there's a presence or entity inside the closet causing movement. She managed to catch a glimpse of this activity through the gap beneath the closet door, but couldn't identify who or what was inside. This deeply alarmed the mother because they've been experiencing unusual incidents at home for a while now. Cheryl, the mother, doesn't explicitly detail what transpired, but she's now convinced that something else is happening in their house. One day, while Cheryl is sewing in her room, her daughter, who's playing with her toys nearby, informs her of movement in the closet. Cheryl promptly grabs her phone and starts recording, sharing this unsettling experience.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing. My daughter just said that something weird really happened, and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell mommy what you just said?
I think there's something under the door.
Under the closet door? Is that what scared you? It's okay. What?
I'm scared.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
A chilling mannequin in the room begins to sway on its own before abruptly falling to the ground. Both Cheryl and her daughter are left shaken, as neither of them was close to the mannequin when it moved. They were too far away to have influenced it. Perplexed and unnerved, they hastily exit the room. Cheryl keeps mannequins in her bedroom because she now works as a seamstress from home. Cheryl, however, remains skeptical, especially since strange incidents had been occurring even before she acquired the mannequins just a few months ago. On another occasion, Cheryl's daughter is playing in her mother's room when the following unfolded. Cheryl's daughter approaches the closet, seemingly drawn by a noise from the inside. She scans the area to determine the source of the sound, but finds nothing. So what exactly do you think was captured on camera? Cheryl has yet to provide her interpretation. But many believe that something paranormal might have happened here. Who can say? The next video was sent by Ayumi, and she says that in this particular clip, a man was performing a solo and recording it for a YouTube video at the same time. This is when something else says hello in the background, a ghostly visitor maybe. Some say it could be an evil spirit, others even speculated that it was just a homeless person lurking into the window. But should this really be real, which I have my doubts about, who knows, maybe something from another realm. This girl was recording herself for her mother when the spirit of a child seems to get captured behind her. The following video was captured around 1 AM by a trucker who was navigating a seldom traveled road, notorious for its danger due to numerous past accidents, some of which ended tragically in fatalities. This had led some to deem the road as cursed, advocating for its permanent closure. However, for drivers like the one featured in today's video, alternatives to this treacherous route are limited. Tonight, Gaston Rodriguez and his co-driver found themselves on this notorious road. To lighten the eerie atmosphere, they were listening to upbeat music when suddenly something quite unsettling unfolded. As their camera rolled, a mysterious, almost spectral figure darted across the dirt path, vanishing into thin air. Astonishingly, neither driver seemed to have noticed this enigmatic presence during the recording. It was only upon reviewing the footage that an overwhelming sense of dread overcame them. The identity of this elusive figure remains shrouded in mystery. Some speculate it could be the spirit of a departed accident victim, still wandering this cursed route, whether it's a ghostly encounter or something else entirely. The footage raises perplexing questions, and it's leaving us to ponder the inexplicable nature of what was captured that fateful night. This video was also found in the paranormal Reddit section. It was uploaded by Devil Liliana. She states that she went to an old house in Georgia, not really expecting anything too crazy. But she came across something rather interesting after taking a photo there. Let's take a look.
So, I just did the freakiest order like ever, and I kid you not. Okay, so I went to a house in Ackworth, Georgia. So Ackworth, Georgia, if you don't know where Georgia is, it's like the backwoods of nowhere. There's nothing out there but like deer and like darkness. Okay, so I went into this house area and this like housing development, and there's a 2-story house. I'm delivering chicken wings to someone from Hooters, and it's like close to midnight. And anyways, I get up to the front porch and I leave the order and I walk back to the car, and on Uber, if you don't know, you have to take a photo to snap the photo and tell the customer where it's at. So I snapped the photo and I noticed that there's something green in the photo, but there's no lights on in this person's house. So I screen captured it and it looks like he has a jacket, like it's open or something. I don't know. And then right like above him is like some more eyes. It looks like eyes are like peering out. I'm like, what wrong with this house?
The commenters asked Liliana if there maybe was a streetlight behind her, causing the strange green reflection in the window. However, this was not the case. Is it of paranormal nature? Hard to say. Maybe something else was captured in this window that night. Do you have an idea? Have you ever seen something like that? To this day, the young woman remains baffled, as well as the paranormal Reddit section. The next video was sent by Thomas, and it was recorded during a regular weeknight by CCTV camera in Indonesia. It is believed that on this particular side street, weird occurrences have been recorded in the past, and people believe that the camera might have captured some of that. It appears that an apparition is coming out of the tree, just hanging there for a couple of minutes, then disappearing before reappearing again. The uploader stated that this event had never been documented before, and that it was a really terrifying experience when watching the tapes. Of course, this could also just be a hoax, orchestrated by the person living in the house just behind this tree. But it is a pretty eerie sighting nevertheless, isn't it?